With the start of a new generation, we expect new games, new IPs, new tech. We want evolution in gaming. We want revolutionary techniques. We want innovation. And sometimes we don't get that. I think it all depends on the way we think about innovation. In my opinion, innovation is of three types. There's taking two old ideas, putting them together, and making a new one. Then there's making something from scratch, completely new, something completely unseen before. And then the third one being combining both of them together. It all depends on the way we think about it. What we think innovation is could be completely different compared to what developers or to an extent publishers think innovation is. Every individual has a different mindset when it comes to innovation. But I think the real question is, have we really seen any innovation since the start of this new gen? While not a lot, I think we've seen some. The first one is the touchpad on the PS4 controller. While it's not something new in tech, it is something new to be seen on a controller. It takes inspiration from the PS Vita's touchpad that's on the back side. And I think Sony implemented the touchpad on the PS4 controller with a different set of ideas in mind. Like the first being, it can be used as a mouse to type on the keyboard on the PS4. Instead of having to buy a new attachment for the controller, now it's just right there on the controller already. The next big thing about the touchpad is it can be used for selecting menus. Like a lot of devs have used it already in their games. For Infamous, it was actually used in the game. The touchpad was actually used in gameplay. So basically, you could refill your powers with it. There were other games that you could play, like little side quests, and use that feature. I think this is not revolutionary, but it is something new. It's like innovation to an existing idea. Now, a lot of people might not care about the touchpad all that much. They want innovation in the games being developed, something new that they haven't ever tried. But how can you tell when something is really like new, innovative? I think you can't tell as much as you can feel it. And what I mean by feeling is like, I can't really explain it, but I can give you an example. The first Call of Duty game on console on the PS3 I played was Modern Warfare 2. Now, the first time I played that single player and that multiplayer, I don't know what it was, but I had this like feeling of I've never tried something like this in my life. Like this video game is completely different from what I've played. Because in the previous generation, what I've played most time was racing, I've been wrestling games here and there, Dragon Ball Z games here, fighting games, right? And for shooting, it was just James Bond or Medal of Honor. And then when I tried Modern Warfare 2, it was amazing. It was off the charts. And then I got Black Ops 1. Same thing, single player, multiplayer, and zombies. Now zombies was off the charts as well. I was so surprised. I don't know, it's hard to explain what that feeling is. It feels so good when you start playing that game. Another big game, or I'll say games, were the Infamous games. The first one and the second one. I have never played a game like that before. Like I played Spider-Man, I played GTA. And this was a combination of both of them together. It blew my mind. The fun factor was off the charts, I'm not gonna lie. Then, when I played Festival of Blood. Now, the thing with Festival of Blood was, now that I've already played the first two games, Festival of Blood didn't seem like anything new. It still had the fun factor there, but it didn't have that feeling of, I'm really playing something like revolutionary. A lot of the other games I've played that were like that, like Uncharted, God of War, The Last of Us really did it, Sleeping Dogs, Batman, Arkham games, they really had that feeling of showing me like this is unique, this idea has never been done before. Now when it comes to innovation in this new generation, there are only a few games that really come to my mind. Now when I think about innovation gameplay, and not in tech, just in gameplay, then the games are like Titanfall, Shadow of Mordor, and Dying Light. Now, Titanfall, I think each one of these three games brought different types of innovation. Now, Titanfall has showed innovation in combining ideas to form a new idea. Now, the wall running, mechs, and pilots. It's new because normally games are like mech versus mech and pilots versus pilots, but it mixed it up. It mixed up the formula by doing mech versus pilot. It's just a new taste, the same recipe. And it makes it feel and look like a new product. As simple as it is. The thing that really shows this was the hype behind the game. When we first saw that reveal trailer, it was amazing. It was unique, and that's why we were excited. The fun factor of the game, it did not hold for too long. It died, but that game did bring innovation to the table. Now, the next game was Shadow of Mordor. Now, this game, what it did is it did the same type of thing. It brought all these types of games together into one and added a little spice on top of it. So, the Nemesis system. It might be the most unique concept since like perks and kill streaks in COD 4. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is one of the most amazing types of ideas. Like, if you play this game, every time you play it, you'll have a different experience. It's the same game, but the experience every time is different. You fight different set of enemies with different powers, abilities. It's innovation that gamers really expect. This is what we want. Now, while Shadow Mordor at its core is just Assassin's Creed parkour plus a Batman fighting system, the Nemesis system alone makes it innovative. Now, Dying Light, I think, is the newest game that just came out with that really innovated this gen so far. Now, it did not innovate like Shadow Mordor. It did it more like Titanfall, but it wasn't as crazy either. It's like they just improved on an existing idea and it added to it. So it's like adding spices just to give it a new flavor. It combined parkour from Mirror's Edge with zombie killing from Dead Island. And while it's not innovative, it is new. Now, like, we haven't seen first person parkour zombie killing game. Like, it's unique in its own right and brings something fresh to the table. Innovation doesn't necessarily mean something new. It could be something that brings fun back into gaming. The problem is, in gaming right now, it's oversaturated with the same idea, and that can lead to like the idea becoming less popular amongst like us gamers and killing the fun factor in the process. I think what this generation really needs, like, it is showing change, and I hope the upcoming games this year will show new ideas that might actually like show us like something really unique and something we've never imagined before. Like, bring a little change, and sometimes fun happens on its own.